Unpopular opinion while I sit on my laptop and just finish up some things for the day. Um, I don't believe in AI anything when it comes to trading. Uh, Unpopular opinion. I know a lot of people do. They feel like it's just easy to just throw their AI on a little bot and scrummage money up out the market. If that's what you feel, but think about this. Give me a second with this, right? If all it costs you is $240 for a bot, or $40 for a bot, whatever it is, monthly or whatever, right? And you could take thousands and thousands and millions of dollars out of this. Why would it cost $240? Why would it cost $40 a month? Um, there would never be a time where trading and AI coexist to make you rich. It won't. It will never. Because if that's the case and you're making it accessible to everyone, that means that you would go and invest that money to make millions of dollars, $1,000. You don't think it's millionaires already? That's already millionaires from day trading that would do that? You don't think I would do that? Yeah. So that was one thing. And another thing is, man, you gotta stop with the forex groups, man. It's irritating, man. It's really, really, really irritating. It goes into a thing where you start telling everybody that they can win. No, somebody has to be a loser. Somebody. It won't be me, but somebody got to be a loser, though. Somebody. I just keep seeing it. And the more I talk about trading, it's more crazy with forex groups versus like futures and stock options and like stuff like that and crypto. But it's really crazy with the forex groups because when I look at it and I sit back and I'm thinking, all you guys are showing, oh, we could trade gold. We can trade gold. Well, gold isn't a currency, but you can trade gold on a forex broker, but it's not an actual currency. Gold versus the U.S. dollar is a pair, but like as far as a currency, of course it's going to be different. You know what I'm saying? And how it weighs. Gold has a weight. Every American dollar is the same weight, whether it's a single dollar bill, a $5, $10, $20 bill, a $100 bill, a $50 bill. Gold is in weight. Dollars are in dollars, like denotation. You know what I'm saying? Like this note valued at $1. This note valued at $5, $10, $20, $50, $100. Gold is this much weight. So it's completely different, even though that it might seem the same. That's why I trade Euro USD a lot. I really don't trade a lot of NAS 100 like everybody else with the indices or the US 30s like that. Everybody see that and they say, oh yeah, it went 300 pips, it went 3,000. Okay, but you traded that at 10 cents. Like it don't make sense. So I was just going through it and let me get into this real quick. Hold on. My water with my magnesium in it. We are in a time now where everybody is a non-believer in their selves and other traders and everything. They're just non-believers. And that caused haters or whatever, right? I love when people hate me. That means I'm doing something great. Not good, something great. I posted on my story earlier this morning, like, let's see if I can get towards my target or whatever, right? And I got to my target probably like an hour and a half late, but still got there. I traded a little later today because I had a basketball game yesterday. We were out really late, so I didn't get up at my normal start time at 1 a.m., 12 at midnight, getting in a cold shower, getting my body ready and stuff like that. I traded a little later in the day after my daughter got to school. And it was just like, okay, cool. I traded a little later. I took a trade like 5, maybe 6 o'clock. And even though I wasn't at my computer, I was still monitoring it on my cellular device. And when I got to my target, I took another screenshot. I took a screenshot where I was entering at and where I wanted my target to go. Then I took a screenshot once it finally got there, like maybe 30, 45 minutes later, maybe an hour later. And then it kept going past the target. I was already out the trade. I was just monitoring it at that time. But I had at least 10 people, and they could say it's jokes, it's funny, whatever. Man, I hope this doesn't. I hope that work out. I hope that work. Y'all gotta cut it out. You guys gotta cut it out. If I say something, it's valid, regardless of what it is. If I say something, it is valid. I'm not just talking. I'm just speaking for my health. Now the trade idea could have lost. I highly doubted it though. Like I know exactly what I'm doing. I know where it's going. I'm reading price and I'm reading every candlestick. I'm reading everything. I'm dialed in where I know. I'm focused in. I know, okay, this is the best area for me to take this at, So yeah, it got to the profit, the target price. Boom. It went past the target price. It kept going, kept dropping for me. But I was already out of the trade by the end. But it was just weird. It was extremely weird. I saw people just like praying for me to lose a trade. Like just waiting. Keep fucking waiting. It ain't gonna happen. All right. My targets are very, very precise. And 9 out of 10 times, they're going there. If a trade takes me out, then hey, I might have not analyzed what I was supposed to be analyzing the correct way. But 9 out of 10 times, the trade is going where I said it's going, and maybe further. And if not, once I get into the profit, I'm moving my stop loss into my profit anyway, So I'm going to take something off the table regardless. Bits and pieces, I'm going to compound everything. Doesn't matter what's going on. And don't let me be in a position that's like, I'm taking a trade and I'm holding it. Like, I don't really swing trade like that. I'm definitely a scalper. I get up, I get the thrill still of getting up every single morning, seeing where the market is, what am I looking for on my hourly, my 4-hour, jumping down to my 30, my 15, seeing what's going on, jumping on my 5 to look, okay, can I execute right there, jumping down to my 1 minute, boom, jumping down to my 15 second. I still get my thrill from that. I love to trade, so that's how that goes. But if I'm entering from an area that's a 4-hour, a 1-hour play, and I'm holding that joint, I might let that motherfucker hold 3, 4, 5, 6 days till they get to the target area. I might be buying Euro USD at a low here and it pop and it go up and it's doing this thing, and the next day it's coming back and I'm still holding my position from the buys and still selling. So I'm making money on the way up, and now it's coming down and I'm still making money on the way down, but I know it's still ultimately in the bigger picture, the bigger direction, should I say, it's still going up. I know that. I know how to do both. I'm very talented at that. I'm skilled in that. I've practiced, I drilled that. I've done that. So if I'm telling you this is where it's going, or hey, let's see how this plays out, 9 out of 10 times, almost 9.5 out of 10 times, that's what's happening. That's what's going on. And I see it, I see the little sneak. This is the, I hope it go there. I hope. Yeah, I know. And when I'm saying I'm hoping to go here, or let's see if it get here, I'm really kind of just trolling because I know where it's going, So it's not exactly like how stocks are, where it's people can pull out this certain amount in stocks because Donald Trump said something. Now their emotions just got involved and they're all pulling out of this stock. No, it's not like that. That's why I trade currencies is based off of liquidity and bank moves, like the money is going to move, And the banks, they have these $1 million systems, these $1 million bots. They're always scalping the market, high frequency. They're taking stuff out of there in 13 milliseconds. And, like they doing their thing. So if you ever think you're going to trade against the banks and win, you're crazy. Forex is like $1 trillion market every day. And if you can take something out of that every single day and build yourself a life without a boss, where you are the boss, um, I suggest you do that, you know, because everybody's not great at working. Everybody's not meant to be a trader or, you know, just an entrepreneur in general at all. Some people need bosses, they need that type of structure, but a lot of people are scared to be great and be the entrepreneurs, the forex traders, the millionaire, billionaire, trillionaires, the land developers for project development on like real estate and stuff like that. So, the hell is that noise? I could be tripping, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm out.